Hello everyone. I do not know how to start this video, so let's just get straight into it. Blizzard has just announced more nerfs for Warrior. So Thunderous Roar now deals reduced damage beyond fire targets, was 8, and the same treatment is happening to Odin's Fury. And for some reason, Arms is catching a stray. Arms is Warbringer, not Warbreaker, now deals reduced damage beyond fire targets. I just want to point out that this actually doesn't make any sense because this is the wrong name for the ability, and Warbreaker, its damage doesn't matter. All you do with Warbreaker is apply the Colossus Smash debuff. The damage that Warbreaker does is pretty much irrelevant. But anyway, these nerfs here, I'm going to get back to them in a moment. Let's start with the beginning. So last week we got these nerfs, right? And at first, they just announced the Blade Storm and Odin's Fury damage reduced by 10% and 15%. And usually, those who watch my stream, you'll know that I don't doom very much. It takes a lot before I start dooming. But a lot of people were dooming when they saw these nerfs. And I said, you know what? They are reasonable because these two abilities are just giving us way too much burst in raid. And it makes sense to burst these two abilities specifically so that we can deal a little bit less burst because it's oppressive in the raid. But let's go all the way back to the beginning of Woven, where we were doing normal dungeons, heroic dungeons, mythic 0 dungeons, normal raid, heroic raid. All those things have in common one thing. None of them have ads that have enough health to survive Fury's Burst, or they die very shortly after Fury's Burst. Well, what that means is that Fury was looking at its absolute best on logs and damage meters in general in those situations because Fury's Burst is very, very hard to reach. I don't think any class could really reach Fury's Burst, at least not with that kind of ease as Fury could, because all he did was press your cooldowns, and your cooldowns would do all the damage for you, right? So then we got Mythic Raid and Mythic Plus. All of a sudden, things are surviving our burst. And all of a sudden, Fury doesn't look that good anymore because other classes are able to catch up, because after our burst, our damage falls off a cliff. That's how Fury is currently designed, and that's how our strong burst is balanced, because our non-burst damage is that much lower. But anyway, before the Mythic Week opened, they also added this nerf, and I thought, damn, that one kind of feels uncalled for, because I thought our single target is already not great. Nobody has tier set bonuses yet, and Fury's tier set bonus absolutely sucks. So when other people get their tier set bonuses, and we also get tier set bonuses, they are going to gain more damage from their tier sets than we are gonna, which is gonna, close the gap a little bit, or make them shoot ahead a little bit even. So they added this as well, and I felt that really sucked, because you can see the result now. The results of this is that Fury is now doing lower than average, less than average in the raids that they are very good at, might I add. This damage profile for Fury in the raid has been really good for Fury. Let's look at the single target damage, yeah? Damage to bosses. Boom. So yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. So what does Blizzard need to do then, really? And why are we getting a further nerf to our AoE? Like, I don't see how we still need a nerf when we're already performing worse than other classes. In Mythic Plus this week, I've been getting beaten by specs that are less geared than me. And I don't think it's a skill issue, because I'm pretty sure I play Fury very correctly. But yes, for example, Curva, who is a really good player, he's a Red Paladin. He was 616 item level when we were doing keys together, and I was 620 item level with very good gear. None of my gear pieces have bad stats or whatever, and I have good trinkets, good weapons. my 620 item level is pretty much a best case scenario at this point in time. And Kurva was 616 with suboptimal trinkets. I still got beaten every key. This was as close as I would ever get. After this nerf, we'll fall even further behind. And as we go up in key levels, I will fall even further behind because my burst becomes less and less useful and consistent damage becomes more and more useful. So I hope I made my point. I don't understand why this is happening. And if this is happening, are we about to get any consistent damage buffs? Because that's what we are going to need if they're going to keep nerfing our AoE like this and our cooldowns like this. And also, can I just add that Mountain Thane after this buff and this buff is still 15% behind Slayer on single target. Make that make sense. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I've got a lot more things I could probably say, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, yeah, this is happening. Or hopefully it is not happening. But yeah, it looks bad. It looks really bad. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And I'll see you next time.